In today's video, I want to take you guys through a bunch of newly announced PlayStation 4 games and also some free content coming to the PlayStation Store very soon in the form of the Kingdom Hearts VR experience. So let's talk that first. The Kingdom Hearts VR experience second part update will be launching July 25th. This is going to be adding an Olympus Coliseum and more content to the game. Now, the second part update for the free-to-play Kingdom Hearts VR experience is again out July 25th. It'll be adding the Olympus Coliseum. The update also enables the use of a motion controller. Now, this is a VR experience that kind of gets you invested into the world of Kingdom Hearts. It's not something that's a super massive game or anything like that, given the fact that it was released as a freebie. I don't think anyone was expecting it to be this massive experience, but nonetheless, if you are looking to get into Kingdom Hearts, it's not a bad way to do so, understanding some of the elements that the world offers. And if you do have PlayStation VR, it's just another freebie that you can check out. Again, the second update will be dropping July 25th, so do give that a look when it comes out, and I wanted to give that a quick mention. Okay, moving on from that, there are a slew of brand new PlayStation 4 games that were just announced. All of these games are relatively small in stature when we talk about, the biggest budget games. These aren't games at the caliber of a Death Stranding or a Borderlands 3 or games like that. However, there are some interesting titles that I wanted to bring some attention to, given the fact that they'll probably go under the radar as we're heading into this time period of all of these big games coming out, and that's really what the news cycle is going to focus on. But nonetheless, publisher XD Network and developer Carriotech have announced Roguelike Hero, a comedy action game where you play as a walk-on actor as he fights his way through various action movie sets. Roguelike Hero is a comedy action game. You play as a shameless hero that would fight dirty and with no shame of throwing one or two sucker punches. Heavily inspired by Stephen Chow's trolling comedy style, the game presents an absurd and funny action experience with trolling mechanics. The hero himself is a walk-on actor struggling to get a good role. Each stage is an action movie set piece, and players fight through various enemies with absurd and silly ways to complete the filming. There are a big amount of trolling weapons and moves such as the fart counter move and spit attack. Yes, that is verbatim off the description of the game. You can expect to see more silly and interesting implementation of classic action game mechanics and witness the growth of the clownish, hilarious, yet justice and brave protagonist. The game's key features to help play as a hero that doesn't deserve to be called one: absurd mechanics, animations, and features that will make you laugh so hard, a unique comedy plot that I will not spoil for you right now, a huge pool of enemy variants and endless combination potentials, a huge pool of item and gear to make each playthrough unique, a variety of bosses that are challenging and fun, a fun combat system that enables both button mashing and skilled gameplay. The game doesn't yet have a release date, but hopefully it'll be released before the end of this year or maybe early 2020. Alright, the next game, we have the Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors. That'll be launching both physically and digitally for PlayStation 4 in North America and Europe on August 30th, and that's coming from publisher In Games. In the Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors, the player assumes the role of one of 5 android ninjas to take on the Tyrant Bangler and his henchmen with a variety of individual moves in a dystopian future. Along with 2 completely new characters, the fully revised side-scrolling arcade brawler also offers fans the eagerly awaited 2-player co-op mode and an online ranking system so that you can measure yourself against fighters from all over the world. In a total of 8 different levels, players will brawl their way through waves of enemy hordes, either alone or in pairs. Not only is a long-term motivation provided in single-player mode, the Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors also makes comfortable couch co-op game evenings with friends possible. Just like you remember and love from the Super Nintendo classics of the 1990s, the original developers from back in the day, Tango Project, have also made an already outstanding game even better audio-visually in every respect. The 16-bit pixel art of the classic has been retained, but significantly revised, and new animations have been added. The legendary sound of Taito's house band Zunada is of course part of the fun once again, and along with the original soundtrack from the arcade machines, there will be the music from the Super NES version and a completely newly arranged soundtrack on offer. The reboot of the Ninja Warriors marks the kickoff of more releases of old and new IPs, with which the pioneer of the Japanese video game industry, Taito Corporation, will return to the Western console market after around a decade. So again, the Ninja Saviors Return of the Warriors will be dropping August 30th. Next up, we have a brand new action-adventure platformer in the Forbidden Arts, and that's coming Q4 2019 for the PlayStation 4. Unfortunately, it's seeing an even earlier release on every other platform, but PS4 gamers have to wait a little bit. Don't know why that is the case. That happened happened recently with Wargroove as well, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But nonetheless, The Forbidden Arts is an action platformer with a focus on discovery and exploration. When the hero of the game, Phoenix, seeks the counsel of a druid to make sense of his vision, she awakens the latent pyromancy within him. This begins an epic journey from Phoenix's humble beginnings as he seeks to master the element of fire. The game will be released at $14.99, so relatively cheap, and it's already available as a Steam Early Access title, and not a lot of people played it. However, the Steam reviews that are up there, the majority of them are positive, so that's pretty good. And the game touts 5 worlds with multiple levels, 6 boss fights, 30 plus different enemies, 12 plus hours of gameplay, and a high quality hand-painted art style. Channel your pyromancer flame to cast devastating spells upon enemies and bosses, protect yourself from harm, and manipulate the environment. Explore massive worlds with the ability to save your progress nearly anywhere and anytime. You will alternate between 2D gameplay while in dungeons and 3D gameplay while exploring the overworld. Test your agility as you scale walls, jump gaps, climb vines, and maneuver through several distinct environments filled with obstacles and challenges. Progress through a captivating storyline following a young man who seeks the truth about himself and finds a grand adventure of ancient magic. Embark on quests from friendly NPCs and solve puzzles you encounter along the way. Discover long-forgotten secret items and locations to unlock abilities and earn achievements. Again, while we won't be getting it on the PlayStation 4 as quickly as the other versions, The Forbidden Arts will be hitting the PlayStation 4 in Q4 of this year. Next up, we have another action-adventure title in A Rat's Quest: The Way Back Home. That's been announced for the PlayStation 4, and this one will be coming in 2021, so this is a long ways away. Given the 2021 release window, I imagine that this will make a transition to being a PlayStation 5 game as well. But nonetheless, this one looks pretty exciting. A Rat's Quest: The Way Back Home is a Romeo and Juliet-esque story about a rat and a mouse. Matt, the hero of the game, is trying to find a way to his beloved Nat, a fearless mouse being kept as a pet. Together, they're planning to escape to freedom, the outside, but be aware this journey is full of dangers, one of them being the Claw. Experience a giant's world from the perspective of our tiny hero, Matt the rat. For you and me, an old closet is only that, but for Matt, it's a towering dungeon with the promise of adventure. Play hide and seek with fearsome creatures and slash them with your shiny rivet, or fend them off with your sturdy button. It's an action-adventure game by Mexican studio The Dreamarians and will be published by Handy Games in 2021. The game's key features touts a moving story, experience a story about love, friendship, and keeping promises in 3 acts. Rat mode: climb, jump, crawl, slither, and sneak like a rodent. Hybrid gameplay: experience the narrowness in walls and under the floor by switching perspectives between 3D platforming, side-scrolling, and top-down. Full immersion: compasses are for humans, make your own path. No minimap, no waypoints, just your rodent survival instincts. The game is also said to be tough as nails, no armor, no ordnance drops. Use the world and your wits to overcome overwhelming danger. And it features a rat's evolutions, gather gadgets and add-ons to survive the way back home. Quests and choices try different approaches when solving riddles and quests. Again, don't expect to play this one anytime soon. It will be coming 2021 to the PlayStation 4. Given how far that release window is, I could easily see a delay and this game being pushed back even further than that. If you're talking about a release window 2 years away, you have to be a little bit skeptical about that, but it'll probably end up being a PlayStation 5 title as well, so that's pretty cool. And lastly, I do want to mention Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. That's launching August 13th for PC and in the coming months for the PlayStation 4 as well. Now, this is an Epic Games Store exclusive on PC and it'll be released for $29.99, and the PlayStation 4 version will be released in the coming months, so I imagine prior to the end of the year. Rebel Galaxy Outlaw itself is a prequel to 2015's Rebel Galaxy, this time dropping you right into the cockpit. You'll inhabit the role of Juno Markov, an outlaw and smuggler who went straight and settled down until events conspire to drag her back into the life. After an encounter in a shady watering hole goes bad, your ship is trashed and you find yourself in debt to an old friend and casino owner who gives you a rust bucket and some words of advice. Packed with exciting combat, unique ships, and tons of great music, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw drops you into a retro-fueled steeped in a blue-collar Americana. The game touts a full single-player story campaign, but there's plenty of room to do your own thing and make some money or some mayhem. The Big Empty is filled with lowlifes, cops, pirates, and blue-collar folk just trying to get by. Unique auto pursuit feature makes space combat accessible to everyone. Play the way you want to with game styles for novices to veterans. Slap down some cash for the right ship for the job, outfit it with a vast array of weapons, armor, and gear, apply a custom paint job, and get flying. Gamble for cash and equipment at the local watering hole with various side games including 8-ball, dice poker, slot machines, and arcade games. Slide into your cockpit, switch on the subspace radio, and listen to one of 7 stations with over 21 hours of music, DJs, and commercials, and full support for custom soundtracks. Game looks to be a little bit zany on the surface, but nonetheless, it will be coming probably by the end of the year for the PlayStation 4. Again, it'll be dropping August 13th on PC exclusively to the Epic Games Store, but to the PlayStation 4, it'll be coming in the coming months. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, Kingdom Hearts VR Experience, the second part update, will be dropping July 25th. That's a free update, so if you have PlayStation VR, do give that a look. And a bunch of new games have been revealed. Roguelike Hero, The Ninja Saviors, Return of the Warriors, The Forbidden Arts, A Rat's Quest, The Way Back Home, and Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. All of those are coming to the PlayStation 4, some sooner than others. That's gonna conclude this video. Do sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.